What up, bitches? It's a misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. Oh God. Kendrick Lamar is full of shit. I'm sure a lot of you heard the recent controversy with him. He was on stage at a show and he pulled some white girl onto the stage, and had her rapping, his song M.a.a.d. And there's the N-word is in it. Nigga. The word nigga is in the song. I hate saying the N-word. Everyone knows what that is. Okay? We're all grown-ups here. And this girl got on stage and she started rapping the lyrics, and she was rapping the word nigga in it. And there's a whole controversy, and Kendrick got triggered on stage, and oh God. I've done videos on this in the past. My position's still the same. Listen, I don't get pissed off. I'm not that emotional when white people use the word nigga, because we've been, us as black people, we've been making so much money off of that shit for so long, marketing this shit to white America. So at some point, they're gonna sit there and think that, hey, if it's used in a certain context, I don't see what the problem is. I mean, you're sitting here saying that, oh, it's such a bad word. Well, what happened in Kendrick's case is, for those that didn't see the video, they were at this concert or whatever. She started rapping the shit. He goes, whoa, 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 because she was rapping the bars. And she kept saying my nigga because it's in the song. And he turns to the crowd and says, he goes, you had to bleep one word. What do you mean one word? It wasn't, first of all, it wasn't one time. It's several times in the song. Second of all, it's your fucking song, dude. It's your fucking song. Like, I just can't stand how fucking, like, dumb people are nowadays. People are actually triggered and fucking, look, there's so many ways I could go in this video. It's not even fucking funny. I mean, straight off the bat, this is Kendrick Lamar's song. This is his own track. Why the fuck, if you feel that type of way, Kendrick, why the fuck would you go pull a white person on your stage to go sing that song? Why would you do that? That's just, it's fucking, that's stupid right off the bat. Number two, again, you're mass marketing this shit to white people who are, what's the percentage? I think 75% of the people who actually go out and buy rap music. So this leads into my next point. Kendrick Lamar geeked out, I think it was last year or the year before, when M.a.a.d came out on one of his shows. Now, if Kendrick's such a big M.a.a.d fan, he would know that M.a.a.d has a song called Mr. Nigga. And let me see if I could pull up the lyrics real quick. Hang on 1 second. Is it still recording? Yeah. Alright, let me pull up these lyrics for Mr. Nigga. This is on M.a.a.d's first album, classic album, Black on Both Sides. Alright, where's the bars? Okay. Here we go. Here are the bars I'm looking for. Yo, the abstract with the mighty most deaf. White folks got it muffled across beneath their breath. I didn't say it, but they'll say it loud again when they get with their close associates and friends. You know, sneak it in with their friends at their job, happy hour at the bar while this song is in their car. Even if they've never said it, lips stay sealed. Their actions reveal how their hearts truly feel. That in itself, just, you know, if Kendrick Lamar was such a big Mos Def fan, those bars should have resonated with him. He's basically saying, Mos Def is basically saying, white people are gonna say it. You know what I mean? Like, he don't. I know Mos Def probably don't like it, but white folks are gonna say it because you're marketing shit to them. You're marketing this shit, and they're gonna pick it up. So of course people know the history or the etymology of the word. They know this. But when you're sitting around and embracing it, what do you think they got? All these white kids who may not be super deep within your culture might, you know, attach themselves to that. Say, oh, I, you know, didn't think it was a big deal. But, you know, again, logic always eludes a lot of people nowadays. Common sense is dead. And, you know, I feel that this was a fucking setup. Honestly, I feel this was a setup on two fronts. Number one, again, like I said, this was his song. He shouldn't have got a white girl pulled up on stage. Number two, I feel that, you know, him knowing this, that this could be fake too. Like, you know, like, oh, I want to virtue signal and show that I'm fighting racism and shit. You know, this, for a guy that's so conscious, this has to be the dumbest fucking thing that he's done. You know, and I gotta call him on that. You know, I love his music, but this is fucking stupid. What else? Stop putting that shit in your music. Stop putting that. If you feel triggered by that shit and you're stopping the show and you get this girl ejected, you know, don't put that shit in your bars. Shout out to my man Torre from Brooklyn. Some of y'all might know him. He's an MC from around the Staten Island area. He also has a group with Sky Zoo called the Barrel Brothers. And he has a song on his last album called Untitled, I believe. Someone correct me on the name of that album. But the last track, I believe the last track on that album, he kind of takes the Richard Pryor approach where he says he'll never use that word again. And if you want to see the change, you have to be the change. You know what I'm saying? So he stopped putting that word in his music. He stopped saying nigga in his music. What else? There was so much shit that I wanted to say with this shit. Yeah, it's just virtue signaling bullshit on Kendrick Lamar's part. I know that it's gonna be hard for him. He may not want to do that, and all these stupid ass SJWs are gonna come to his defense. I've already seen articles like they're laughing about it. Oh yeah, he's fighting racism. By getting rid of by kicking this chick out, and it's just chick's fault. Well, and granted, she should have sort of known better, but at the same time, you can't get mad at all. You cannot. What else was gonna say? Fucking what's my man's name that died? Sean Price. There was a little documentary or something, like it was like a little short of him on tour, and he was going to Denver, I believe, to a show out there. And he said to his friends in the van, he goes, this was being recorded too, so he was kind of talking to the camera as well. He goes, I want to go run into Denver, which is like a predominantly white area, and I'm gonna see if these dudes say nigga. I'm gonna do a nigga chant and see what they say. So he jumped on stage. He was performing one song, turned around, and he goes, I say nigga, 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 and they repeated it. So he started laughing. He was kind of shocked, but he started laughing. He goes, holy shit, I didn't think that none of you would say that shit. And it was kind of funny, you know what I mean? But you being an MC or a master of ceremonies, you're gonna have people repeating your shit. That's another thing. Let me which brings me to my next point. I gotta get at some of you fucking hypocrites that were sitting in that fucking crowd, because I noticed another thing I noticed was, number one, the crowd was majority white. There was a lot of white faces and white hands and white heads bopping their heads while this same song Mad City was going. Second part of this that totally makes you hypocrites is the fact that you guys were mouthing the words to that song too. So Kendrick should have just shut down the whole show. Why would you bring this girl on and ostracize her? You should have ostracized the whole show. You should have shut the whole shit down, because they were doing the same shit. And then he turns around and turns to the crowd, oh, what should I do with her? Should I kick her off the stage? I'm like, dude, are you serious? They were just mouthing the same shit, and majority of them were white. So let me just cut this short here. And wait, one more thing. Listen, any of you emotional ass niggas that are gonna come here and leave me some comments saying you are giving white people a license to say nigga. No, I'm not. I'm telling you that I'm not. Listen, I'm not that emotionally attached to that shit. It don't bother me, because I understand context of shit. I understand when someone's being a racist prick or an asshole, or they're talking about a bar in a song. Listen, stop the fake outrage, stop the bullshit. I'm calling Kendrick Lamar on this. This is bullshit. I don't care what he thinks, is bullshit. Love him to death as an MC, but he's full of shit on this one, and I'm calling it. Shout out to the guys who have done videos on this and also called them on this, but I'm probably the most venomous with it. And y'all know the deal, man. Well, oh, and one more point, by the way. I was watching my girl. I just remembered this too. My girl from People's Court, Judge M.a.a.d, and I remember I saw this one clip. It's actually up here on YouTube, of a racist person who said something racist to their neighbor. I forget what the litigation was over, what the case was about, and they blurred out. The chick admitted what she said. The chick said something to this black person, and they blocked it out. But you can tell it was nigger, whatever. ERA, who cares, right? So Judge M.a.a.d says, basically told him, I'm paraphrasing now, but she said this. She goes, there's no way that you should be saying that shit. No way. She goes, she said something along the lines of, unless you're reciting a bar in a Jay-Z song. So what does that tell you? Judge M.a.a.d, who is, I believe she's Cuban American, so she would understand that, yeah, if you're reciting a song and those words are in there, of course you're gonna say it. You know what I mean? Because you're repeating the words in a song. You know, so logic is dead. Common sense is dead nowadays. A lot of y'all are fucking babies and pussies, and America is becoming way too soft for me, man. But that's how I feel. I've done an old video on this. It got reported and age restricted. You can still see it. Some fucking pussy reported it when I dropped that shit a long time ago, a few years back. But it's still up there. But that's it. Tell me what you think. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe, like, share. Definitely share, comment, whatever. And that's it. Peace, bitches.